Bonjour, Monsieur YouTube. So, we're back again. Now, in today's episode, I believe what I'm going to do, I make it up as I go along. We're going to remake that cab floor, which is going to be sound deadening, insulation, and then making a full custom carpet. No idea, never done it before, could be an absolute disaster. And then we're going to insulate the rest of the van. Maybe something else. I'm going to try and squeeze a few bits into each video, otherwise it's going to be episode 925, the final fix. No, we don't want to do that. So yeah, get all the cab done, hopefully insulating the whole van. Who knows, we might chuck a cheeky bonus in, see what else we fit in. So, first things first, do you remember the beautiful cab that we did? So now we just need to add some sound deadening to the floor, because obviously we've ripped out all the original carpeting, so we're going to sound deaden this floor. And then we're going to insulate it with a 20mm self-adhesive insulation. And then, once we've done that, we're going to try and make a custom carpet. We'll get some sound deadening on, go grab the insulation and get cracking. There we go, sound deadening in. I've gone completely mad with sound deadening because everything that I put up in the fiberglass was pointless and all just fell off, so I had loads left over, so plenty of sound deadening. Only quiet in the cab. So for insulation, this is what we're going with: a 20mm thick self-adhesive insulation. That's going to give us, the original floors are pretty thick on these, so I want it to be nice and comfy. I want to be king of the road when I'm in there, so got to be nice and comfy under your foot. So we're going to go with that. Basically, we're going to cut that to fit all the way around here, all the way around there, up to there, and all the way down to meet up with where the vinyl is going to start in the back. Get that laid in. Told you I'd chuck you a cheeky extra in. Make life easier. The seats are coming back out, obviously, and our seat swivel bases are on the way, so we'll chuck them in that video as well. But for now, seats out, let's get some insulation down. Insulation in, didn't put thinner stuff in there because I didn't want to waste any of this, because it would have cut a little silly square out and I'm using that upstairs, so I just put thinner insulation in there. All under there, under the gear stick, round there, up under the pedals, lock. We had to put a joint in it here, so we just put a bit of jointing tape on it just so it don't move around and just fully seals it. There we go, ready for carpet. Well, I'm not going to lie, that actually went a lot better than I expected it to. Obviously that's getting changed, but they're proving very difficult to get hold of. There's one guy that stocks them brand new, but when I say stocks them, I'm using that term very loosely. Otherwise I'd have ordered one. So that's about at it. But I've not glued this very edge, so it's going to mean that I can get that back up. Because what I've done is I've cut it flush to that, sitting on top of that like the old carpet, so that'll come out, and then I can put that back in. But it's not bad. So what I've actually used there is it's like a shop carpet, like a contract carpet. It's got a rubber backing on it, so it doesn't rot and smell and go manky like normal carpet would. The rubber backing on it, it's the backing that usually holds all the moisture and you get all that nastiness. So with a rubber backed contract carpet, it's going to be hard wearing just in case we do jump in with crap on our boots. You can clean this forever and a day. It'll outlast the van, obviously, because it's a Transit. I might make the subframe out of that carpet actually. But yeah, to say it's a solid rubber back carpet, it's moulded round the funky shapes quite well. There's a few lumps and bumps that I can't get out, but you can just see where it comes over this mound in the middle and it turns, you know, you've got that fall there. You can't really see it on the video, but obviously you've got that fall coming down there, and then at the same time it's got to start shooting up there. So it's sort of like this, you know, there's bits where it's not perfect, you know, but on a whole it's not a bad job. We're just going to need some sort of threshold bar here. I think I'm just going to use a household carpet to vinyl threshold bar that'll just cut straight across there and give a nice clean finish. So on with the insulation, I think. So insulation wise, sorry if the diesel heater's clicking away there, but it's a bit fresh this morning, so I thought I'd chuck it on. There we go. All over the van you're going to find different depths. So let's extend the tape measure. If we look down here, about 90 mil. So if you're going to chuck 25 mil Celotex, Kingspan, whatever you want to call it, into there, you're going to have a bit of a void. This can create a few windows of opportunity. Drop 25 mil of Celotex in there, then have your cupboards recessed into there, gives you deeper cupboards. Use the space, or you can put 70 mil Celotex in there, board it, you're going to get more insulation value. Choice is yours. In here, you're probably going to, again, really don't want to be going any more than, I'd say 50 mil into these panels. In here, we're going to put recycled plastic bottle. It's like a wool insulation, just so it's easy to stuff it in. Again here, Celotex roof, 25 mil of Celotex in there. Again, you're probably going to put recycled plastic bottles into these just because of these awkward corners. You're not going to get a nice square piece of Celotex in there, and you're going to want to get right down into there, so your recycled wool is the best option. I might as well just crack on. Oh, anywhere, if you look online anywhere, you're going to have argument after argument after argument. What's the best way of insulating? So what I do is I put Celotex where I can get Celotex, I put recycled wool where I can get recycled wool. Wherever I put recycled plastic bottle wool, I put the bubble wrap foil insulation over the top of it so no moisture can get to it anyway, although it shouldn't hold moisture apparently, but I don't like to take the risk. I don't use a vapor barrier, but then I technically do use a vapor barrier because any piece of metal, any joint is jointed with insulation tape. Any area where there's plastic wool is covered with the bubble wrap, and then everything is jointed up so there will be no metal on show once this is done. So technically I'm using a vapor barrier, but I'm not really using a vapor barrier. Hope that was helpful. just a quick close-up of what I'm actually doing. So, kingspan in there, that's taped on. It's also bonded to the roof, but taped on. And then you're going to put your next one there, which is going to tape to there. Fill all of this with your recycled wool, and then there'll be another row of tape that goes down the middle, which then just seals all that. Just look at the absolute chaos that insulation causes. But I'm starting to look like a spaceship on the outside and the inside. Oh, and the driver's swivel has arrived. Don't know why the passenger one hasn't come, because they've both come from the same place, but hey ho, driver's swivel, bottom part fixed in. Handbrake adapter on, that's lowered down. Just need to put the seat on. Well, these have arrived. I've done the passenger one that didn't really need doing, but it would have needed doing once I changed this one because it looked awful. And it's an absolute pig of a job. It's literally hanging on to your shocker top mount for dear life. Went half the dash out just trying to get to it and it didn't help. So I'm going to try and attack this one without taking half the dash out. But basically, if you stick your head in here, it goes all the way back and then up the back wall as well. Tangled all around these wiring looms and then grips into the top of your shocker top mount. So if you've got one of these to do, really think about if it really needs doing, because it's a bit of a ball ache. But that doesn't look quite as good as that. There we go. I think even just in this video I was saying how we couldn't get stock of these. Beautiful new pair. And the passenger swivel base has arrived. Ah, lovely pair. That's the floor all insulated in the bedroom. Didn't bother videoing it because it's only the same. Go look at when we did the episode of this floor going down, it's exactly the same. Peel it back and stick it in, and that's, we're getting there. All covered. We've run out of tape again, so all this is missing, and we've just abandoned ship doing this side because we haven't got any tape. Order some more. Well, I don't think that's a bad effort. I'll give a quick run through of the insulation and everything, and what we've done. I forgot what we've done in this video, I can't even remember, but let's have a look. So basically we went with 25mm kingspan because obviously you've got the bars, you know, what you normally cut out for your windows. They're raising it out. If you go any thicker, you're gonna have to start gouging the back out. So we just went for a 25mm kingspan. That does mean there's an air gap in between as well. And then taped all the joints up. This is where the recycled wool is. Covered that and then taped every single piece of showing metal, you know, between everything. Might have gone a bit overboard in the corner, went a bit mental and thought I'm gonna cover all this beam up as well. So that's all completely covered all the way down. And then the same with the door. We went in between, 25mm kingspan in there, 25mm kingspan in there, recycled wool in there, covered, and then this is just inside the line of my ply sheet that I'm going to be covering, so it covers all that. So technically no moisture should get to that and cause condensation and rot the ply from the back. Technically, I'll let you know. But that's all that done. Obviously you saw in previous videos I was doing all this. Up over, that bit needs covering, but I've run out of foil, so it's just this area here that needs covering and then taping up. But I've run out of foil, so I wasn't going to wait and make you wait for the entire video just while I finish that little area off. And we did this carpet in here. Looking at that, beautiful. Steps on cleaning now. 2 nice new wheel mats. Swivel seats in. These are just seat covers, but they make a hell of a difference. I mean, look at those. You know what I mean? They're the same seat. They're not perfect. They're not fitted, new trimmed up seats, but hell of a difference on that, and almost, you know, a pretty good match with the rock and roll bed with the black and the grey. It wants to be slightly lighter or darker either way, but until we can find someone to trim the seats up or shell out the extortionate amount of money it's going to cost, they're going to spruce it up just nice. But yeah, hopefully I've squeezed a few bits in for you there and kept you entertained. If I have, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification so you're notified of the future videos coming up. If I haven't kept you entertained, I'm sorry, still click those buttons because I'll try to do better next time. See you soon.